Hello and welcome. In the second in our 5-part series, we're going to be growing 2 varieties of microgreens in 9 different growing nutrients, and you'll be shocked at some of the results. Our first growing nutrient will be absolutely nothing, so the cost for 10 trays would be 0. Our second growing nutrient would be paper towel. The whole roll cost £1, so I'm guessing around 5p for about 10 trays. Our third grow medium is a foam based grow mat, and these cost $18.99 for 20. So to cover 10 slats we need 30 of these at a cost of £28.48. Our fourth growing nutrient is a water retaining fibre grow mat. 5 metres is £23.50. So to cover 10 slats at 35 centimetres we need 3.5 metres at £16.45. Our fifth growing nutrient is the Grow Down rockwool. A 1 metre block costs £5. This can be cut into 3 and then quartered, so for the £5 we would get 12 trays. So the cost for 10 trays would be £4.16. Our sixth growing nutrient is coco coir. I can get 70 litres for £11.99, and I've just used about 3/4 of a litre to get about a 1 centimetre depth. So if we call that a litre, and a litre 17p, to get 10 trays is £1.70. Our seventh nutrient is the Growsure container compost, which is £4 for 25 litres. Let's call it a litre a tray, which is 16p. So for 10 trays it's going to be £1.60. Our eighth growing nutrient is a cheaper branded Wilkinson's potting compost. You get 8 litres for £1.50. So that's 18p for a litre. So to cover 10 trays would cost £1.80. Our ninth growing nutrient was a cheaper branded peat-free compost. This was £2.50 for 25 litres, so that's 10p for 1 tray, so £1 for 10 trays. So once again, I'm going to pre-soak the sunflower seeds for 24 hours and the peas for 12 hours. I'm using the same measurements as in the first video, which is 15 grams of sunflowers and 25 grams of peas. And these fit quite well into these small mesh trays that I shall be using. So as we should be using 9 of these grow trays, I've measured out 135 grams of sunflower seeds, and I shall soak these for 24 hours. And 225 grams of peas, and just soak these for 12 hours. So we drained the peas this morning and we're just going to reweigh them. And we've got 494 grams. Now originally this was going to be divided by 9, but I've realised I've done twice as much as I require. So it's going to be halved again. I'm also going to reweigh the sunflowers and divide those by 18 also. And I'll give this a scrape to get the exact measurement in a moment. So you're going to be using a gravel tray and a seed tray with holes, and inside that you're going to be placing 3 of these little mesh floors. Our first growing nutrient will be absolutely nothing, just water. So we'll tip in one side peas and one side sunflowers, and I'll spread those out evenly, and that's nutrient 1. Our second growing nutrient is going to be kitchen towel. So again, peas on the one side, sunflowers on the other, and I'll spread that out evenly just off camera. Our third grow medium is a foam based grow mat. So again, peas on one side, sunflowers on the other, and we'll spread those out off camera. So we'll give these a really good soaking now, because especially the paper towel and the foam, I want that to get really wet. And once that's all done, we'll just simply cover for 2 to 3 days, or 4 or 5. Our fourth grow medium is a fibre-based grow mat. So again, peas on one side and sunflowers on the other. Spread them off camera. Our fifth grow medium is rockwool, and I've got to watch these because I don't want the peas to fall off. But again, I'll do some of this off camera. And sunflowers on the other side. Our sixth growing nutrient will be coco coir. These all require an extra good soaking, and then all that's required is just to be covered for 5 days. Our seventh nutrient is grow container compost. So again, the peas on the one side and sunflowers on the other. This is a premium compost, so be interested to see whether you get value for money. Our eighth growing nutrient is some cheaper indoor potting compost. So again, peas on one side and sunflowers on the other. And our final nutrient is a peat-free multi-purpose compost as used in the first video. And we'll give these a right good soaking so it's mopped all the water up, and then cover again for 5 days. So it's day 1, and there's not a lot in it really, obviously. A few rogue shoots here or there, but all that's required today is a nice heavy mist, and we'll come back tomorrow. So it's day 2, and we have some slight comparisons here. So we've now got the water doing quite well there, paper towel, the foam mat, nothing from the grow mat, and about the same from the soil based. So again, another heavy soaking today, and especially this grow mat, and you can ensure that it's fully wet. So it's day 3, and as we uncover, get some startling differences. Notably, the water is doing the best, even the paper towel. The worst is the grow mat. So what we're going to do today is we're going to give them all a heavy mist, but we're also going to add some water to the bottom, so we're going to bottom water also. When I do cover these today, I'm going to also add a kilo bag of sugar to weight them down. So it's day 4, and we should really be at the sprouting stage. So let's take a quick look. And once again, the water's doing the best, the grow mat the worst, and about even there, but some of those peas are hopping. So again, we're going to bottom water, give them a good spray, and back tomorrow. So it's day 5, and we'll uncover. And once again, the water, the paper towel, and the foam grow mat doing the best. The other grow mat not so well, the rockwool average, and most of the soils are helping force the peas upwards. So I'll leave them covered for 1 more day, and then they'll hit the lights. So it's day 6 and it's the final day of the cover up. And as you can see, our sprouts are really starting to mature now. And once in the soil, are really start to lift up. And last but no means least is the growmat. So we're going to put these under 8 hours of light now, and we'll also give them a good old bottom water and a good old heavy mist. So it's day 6 and it's time to turn on the lights. It's now day 7, and whilst the water and the paper towel have held their own, the foam based growmat is starting to outperform. And meanwhile, the coco coir and rockwool are also doing exceptional. But we have to say that the soil based potting compost is now excelling. But it's only day 7, so it's still early days. It's day 8, and whilst the water and the paper towel are slowing down, and the growmat is about even. My other growmat, not a lot. The rockwool, not too bad. The coco coir at the back, not too bad. But you can clearly see now that the soil's coming onto its own, with the actual potting compost in the lead. It's day 9 and we're seeing some clear distinctions now, whilst the wispy tendrils are forming in most of the peas and some of the hulls are shedding from the sunflowers. But the difference in the nutrients is quite impressive now. The rockwool doing quite impressive, as is the coco coir, but most of the soil-based nutrients miles ahead. So it's day 10 and we have a winner, and we just got to pan round to number 8, the cheaper branded potting compost. Although 7, 8 and 9 are all very similar, this gives me a costing of, for 10 trays, £1.80. So I hope you too can save some money and learn a little. Final results after 10 days of 8 hours of light, and the costings for 10 trays, and the winner was number 8.